Yeah, so charging a car at a public charger. I always normally charge at home. You know, I'm fortunate that we got a charger at home. That is very cheap, but I needed to charge today. So we've been here not very long. We came in on 7%, and I think I've set my maximum charge to 60%. So hopefully when this gets close to 60, it will sort of turn itself off. If not, I can sort of stop it manually. That'll be plenty enough to get me home without hopefully frying the battery. And yeah, I'll probably top it up to 80% at my home charger when I need to, but not until I need to. I'm trying to maintain this battery as best as possible. So yeah, this is going really quickly actually. I'm very impressed. It says it's charging at 147 kilowatts, I believe. Let me just fiddle with these settings a bit. Current rapid charging capability is 173. I don't know. I know as the charge percentage goes up, you know, if you start charging from a very low level, it typically sort of starts gently and then sort of ramps it up. The more capacity you have, the charge rate, the kilowatts, you know, the 147 it's currently showing will sort of drop, because it's a bit like filling up a glass of water. That's the way I've been explained it. You know, when it's empty, you want to start off quickly so you don't sort of splash any. You can dump it in pretty quickly on the whole, but the closer you get to the top, obviously I've only selected 60%, but you know, maybe the charger doesn't know that. I'm not sure. The car knows that. I don't know what the charger knows. But the closer you get to filling the glass up with water, because we're using that analogy, you need to stop putting it in so quickly, because you can fill that glass up until it's completely full, but you're not allowed to spill a single drop. That's kind of how it works with putting electricity into your battery. So yeah, it's not long. I say I've got it set to 60%. We came in at 7%. We're at 32%. I'm very, very impressed with this. So I try not to. I've got a 7 kilowatt charger at home, and I think it's a little bit more than that, but you know, it's basically it's 7 kilowatts. Don't rely on public charging. The times I've used it, I've tended to use sort of grid serve. That's very good. I'm very impressed with this as well. Yeah, so all things considered, I've needed to stop anyway because I was busting for a loo. My back was killing me because I've got a back problem, and I wanted a drink. So, you know, if I was in a petrol car, I would have wanted to do all those things anyway. Plus, obviously, filling up with petrol, which yes, it is quicker to do that, but flipping out, I tell you, it's not that much quicker, because the way I look at things, you know, I don't have to. Normally the car is charging when I'm in bed, so I'm not wasting time at a petrol pump, you know, ever. You know, my car charges when I'm asleep. The times I do need to sort of use a public charger, you know, you think of all the times the car's charged itself when I've not had to do anything. I've been asleep. The times I do need to use the charger, I think it probably equates to the same time as time I haven't had to spend at the petrol pump, you know, and then queuing to try and pay when someone's done their weekly shop, and then you're stuck at the pump because somebody's not prepared in time, and they're messing around and taking ages, and you know what it's like. And yeah, charging a car is very easy once you have done it a couple of times. A lot of these things say they need special apps, and some of them do. A lot of them want you to have a special app, but you don't need to. You can pay with a card at the sort of charger itself. Obviously, there are lots of lots of options out there, lots of brands to choose from. I say Grid Serve is my go-to brand, but this is very good. I can't remember what it is. I will well, let me go out and show you what it is. Bear with me. EV Point. So here is the car charging, CCS2, so I've got both the plugs plugged in. EV Point, ultra fast charging, up to 150 kilowatts. Obviously that is all dependent on what your car will allow it to do. These things, it's always up to. Doesn't mean your car will allow it, or doesn't mean your car is capable of receiving that amount. A lot of it has to do with the temperature of the battery. If the battery is not up to temperature, it won't charge quickly. Fortunately, my car has got sort of preheating. You can sort of preheat it to optimise your rapid charging. It didn't need it. It was already sufficiently warm to sort of accept a decent charge. Yeah, so the charger said it's up to 150 kilowatts. The car said its current capacity is 152. It's dropping down as it sort of reaches its sort of it's 60%, because that's what I've told it to charge to. It says it's doing 147. I don't know how accurate that is, but based on what the up to 150 kilowatts, which it said on the charger, I'd say that is probably pretty good. So it's not taking long. It's been 6 minutes at the moment. We came in at 7%. I've messed around for a bit trying to get the app to work, which was a bit of a faff, but not too bad, all things considered. Plugged it in, went over, used the loo, got a bottle of water, came back, sat down, done a video, and you know it's going very nicely. This is the dashboard. What do we say? Time left. Is that more than 2 minutes? Less than 2? I'm not sure what the greater or less than. I think that is less than 2. I really don't know. It might be more than 2. I'd expect it's more than 2. But yeah, so maximum charge 60%. Came in at 7%. It's now 47%. So this bar here obviously needs to get to that. That's what I've told the car to stop at. I don't know whether the charger will obey that. I'd imagine it would. If it doesn't and it sort of creeps up to 61%, I'm just going to hit the stop charging button or go out and stop it at the charger itself. But yeah, it's saying, you know, what have we got now? 141, 140. I'm expecting to see that drop as it reaches its sort of it's, you know, what I've told it to do. It says less than 1 minute now, so I really don't know. That seems rather far-fetched, I must admit, but let's just sit and watch it and see what happens. Down to 137, nearly up to 50%. I've only asked it to do 60 because that's all I need. I don't want to stress the battery. I think it says really the battery is happy between 30% and 80%. Yes, you can go lower than 30. Yes, you can go more than 80. But it's happiest between 30 and 80%. And if you need to sort of to go outside of that sort of that thing, it's okay, but obviously not all the time, because you will damage the battery eventually doing that. This hopefully is the last car I ever buy. I'm nearly 50. It's the first new car I've had. I think I sort of deserve a new car, and I'm really enjoying the technology, to be honest. The car was able to tell me that I wasn't going to make it home without needing a charge. It asked me, you know, if it would like to, you know, for it to plan a route for me, and I said yes, plan a route to something. You know, I'm either going to stop there or sort of go to the Grid Serve. In the end, I decided to sort of stop here and give it a try, because I don't think I would have made it to Grid Serve, and I don't want to run out. So yeah, the car's looked after me. This charger seems to be looking after me. What have we got here? In excess of 2. So it looks like it's sort of gone up. It had been at, sorry, less than 2. It had been less than 2. Then it went to less than 1 minute. But obviously that was based on 147 kilowatts. We are now, I think, charging at 125. And again, that's to sort of to slow it down, you know, to the sort of 60% so it doesn't overshoot, plus not stress the battery and do all these other things which they're sort of designed to do to try and look after things. So I'm just gonna stop waffling, try and hold it still so we can kind of see what's going on. If you just join me, put this on later, it'll help you fall to sleep. Yeah, I've not used this charger before, but it's working well. I'm very happy. The car is good. The car is fantastic. If you're worried about an EV, don't be. If you are sort of worried, if you're thinking about it but you're worried, borrow one, hire one, do something. But just be aware, you will need to get used to its quirks, because it's not the same as a combustion engine, which is what everyone is comfortable with and what everyone is used to. So, you know, the electric car, believe it or not, was invented before cars with internal combustion engines. The range obviously at that stage was pretty useless. The charging speed was probably pretty useless, and that's obviously why they didn't, you know, didn't develop them, because sort of combustion probably went faster, went further, it's quicker to fill up, hugely more complicated compared to electricity, which has just got a motor and a battery. And I say, even back then, it was probably so much simpler, and of course so much cleaner as well. Combustion is filthy dirty. Electricity, when you're using it in a car, is very, very clean. Obviously it depends where that electricity comes from and where it's being generated from. Yeah, but I think electricity is the way to go. You may not. Oh, what are we doing? So 60%. Oh, there we go. Just heard it click. Cable unlocked. Perfect. Right, let's go out and unplug the beast. So where are we? 60% finished. So it went from 7%, which is what we came in at, to 60%. Took 20 minutes, and we've used 44.358 kilowatt hours of power. This is a CCS2 on a DC charger. That's the date. I don't know how much it's cost. Hopefully it will sort of update me in due course after I've unplugged it. So please unplug the connector. Car looks like it's done. Hopefully it will let me unplug it. It has. Just pop it back in its socket. Plug in my extra socket. That's the one which is used at home for the AC 7 kilowatt charger. Shut my flap and shut my door. Come back here. I don't know if it will give me a, let's charging detail.